chat here. Excuse me. Oop. Oopsie. There we go. Hello, all three of you. Just waiting for more people to get here and cleaning up a mess. So what happened is I sat down, and as soon as I pressed play, like, so here's my mic, it's over here, and I pulled it this way, and as I pulled it, it just like tipped my wine glass over and just poured it all over the ground. Got all over my chair. I'm gonna fucking smell like Pete Hegseth in here for the rest of my life. Oh my god. Holy shit, back here too! Ah! Oh my god. At least it's cheap wine. I wasted about 50 cents there. White wine, Sauv Blanc. I'm gonna be right back. Your shirt, thank you. I got it at this thrift store last week. I love a men's Hawaiian shirt. Just call me a boogaloo boy. Oh. Speaking of boogaloo boys, kind of at a stretch. I saw Warfare last night. Didn't love it. I didn't hate it either, but it's not a good movie. It's kind of what I expected. I'm actually in the middle of writing a review for it right now, so if you want my thoughts on that, then you can read it probably tomorrow sometime. I'll put it on Substack. And it'll probably be my last Substack because Substack has a Nazi problem apparently, so I'll be moving to Ghost. Okay, that's good enough. Fucking wet chair. Okay, it's fine. It's gonna smell like wine in here forever and ever. Oh, I've just got too much shit on my desk. It all runs into each other. Okay. All right. Do we have to bully the mouse? Nope. New mouse. Runs like butter. I'm very pleased with it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. I didn't get too much done last time, so we can hopefully get more done today. Man, I was like super sleepy about 15 minutes ago. I considered not streaming and just taking a nap instead, but I thought it'd be better if I at least pretended to do a job. Okay. Last time there was a fella in this shipping container. Let's figure out who he is. What? Okay. What the fuck is... What? What is happening? What? I can't click on anything. Mega rich light bending guy, yeah. Normal guy. What is meant to be done in here? What the hell? Hold still a second. In the very middle is the shadow. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I see it now. Third and fourth D tattoos. What are your first and second? Damn, I'm gonna be tripping. Is that true? Are you actually tripping? I was just wondering what brand of aftershave you use. We can't hear the game audio? Uh-oh. Oh yeah, here it is. Not working. Why is that? That's most curious. I can move the slider, but I see no bars happening. Where are they? Where are my bars? If you can see the game, then that's not a problem with that. Let's see. Properties. Here we go. There we go. That's good. There we go. Okay. We got there. Those are good tattoos. Well done. What are the next ones going to be? Yes, you are tripping on mushrooms or acid. I promise I'm not a narc. How'd you end up with that much money? I think it's the light being bent. Look what happens when I walk around. Oh, maybe.
I do like the way it tingles, though. It's the only part of shaving I actually look forward to. Was there something else you wish to discuss?
No, I guess not. See what happens. Weird. Okay.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Acid, very nice. I hope you're kicking it. I hope you're having like a really good acid day. There's nothing quite like a really good acid day. You'll never guess where the wreak havoc on the middle class is tattooed. It's gotta be a tramp stamp. Gotta be. How do you pronounce the name Miette? And is that a reference to the cat from the tweet?
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
What's going on in here?
Welcome, welcome. Not too much actually. Just pleasantly surprised to have company today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
Who are you?
Who am I? Oh,
Niet?
I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Diodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
The name's Raphael Ambrosius Costo, most likely. I always want to say Casto. That's not right.
Pleasure to meet you, Raphael. I'm surprised in a positive manner to understand about your exceedingly high net worth name.
It is not. Never mind.
Oh, don't you worry, Lieutenant. I can tell a good one when I see one.
Well, I am very high value, it's true. How did you become so rich?
Oh Lord, not this again.
Learning of my username Spormiette, which I cribbed from the French version of Cookie Click. Gotcha. Have you seen the tweet that I'm talking about? Jail for mother for 10,000 years. What's the matter, kid?
Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is. And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, back choices, and unsupervised state policy.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You got to work hard because everything's
Thank you.
so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level.
Such a cute cat. I've not seen the cat myself, only the tweet.
But then,
I'm
once
sure the
you've
cat is
reached
cute.
my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
Cool. I don't even have any interesting replies. It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society?
Sure. And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
Disgusting. Hundreds.
Dozens, at least. Of course, in the future, it'll all be automated. But my point is this.
And then what happens when we automate them all? This mad pursuit of jobs is so fucking stupid. So stupid. Just give everybody a UBI. Just replace it. It's like as jobs get automated and as things as an economy gets more productive, just replace that lost income with UBI. Super easy.
Every
But it will
man
change the culture.
gets
Exactly.
what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
Say nothing.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Winds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No. I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
Are you telling me that you're so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
A man this chill is at least a triple-digit billionaire.
That's exactly right. I'm too poor to see him. Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Kim, are you lying to me?
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container,
What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
We're in Martinez, district of Revachol, former capital of the world.
Ah, Revachol. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. There used to be a bowling alley in Stella Maris. I wonder if it's still there. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Humans loaded, confirmed, selling ribs is highly lucrative. Must be. Why don't you help them? You've got so much money, it can't make a difference to you.
There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls.
It's an this is a super interesting illustration. This is a very interesting metaphor. You know, being around a certain degree of wealth. It's very large compared to the wealth around it. Literally, like shaping physics. Yes.
Spending money
like
is
this
a matter
quite a
of
bit.
desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So you travel from place to place via shipping containers.
Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable
No.
radio systems, brand-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. But just don't tell anyone I told you that.
You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
But Kim, I also can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need the
It's
money.
perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals don't have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think they only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know,
Oh, his voice is normal now.
maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's
True.
totally dead in the water.
Oh man, neither of these are gonna work. Present an investment plan that is sure to fail. We'll pick the funny one.
Congratulations. You've somehow managed to fail at failing, which means, in a strange way, that you've succeeded.
You should invest in a youth
A
center.
youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
A place to train buff kids. A place to teach them practical skills like teamwork and self-discipline. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
And if it doesn't work out, we can always repurpose the center as a shopping mall or private equity firm.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
Well, highly educated, work-ready human capital ready to be directed toward any number of your vast interests.
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Thank you.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities. I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Here's the round of seed funding.
Sick.
This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Thank you for placing your unwavering trust in me.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment. And I expect to see returns.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again. Is he having a stroke?
Kim, are you having a stroke?
No, I'm not having a stroke. You are just still full of surprises. Most of them bad, but some good.
The lieutenant has granted you an aura of legitimacy. Bathe in it, but don't let your satisfaction show. Play it cool.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
I suppose not. We should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your
The pleasure was
time.
mine. Unfortunately, I must be away soon. The next time we meet, I'll be expecting an update on my investment.
Fuck, now we have to do work.
Farewell, friend, and may your peace of mind guide you to happiness.
That was interesting. How strange. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we gotta get over there. Meet the pigs near the old fish market at 2200 hours. Get my gun back. Let's go. Hurry it up. Faster! Oh, this is weird. My, there we go. My new mouse, is slightly different instead of running when I double click, it runs when I hold the mouse down. There we go. Hello, Marcata. I know, look how rich I am now. Why, I'm practically a high net worth individual. Got the heavy wall of Mazovian sausage grinder. Watched Sinners last night, just finished watching Warfare. Yeah, I have to see Sinners. I'll watch it next. I saw Warfare last night. I didn't like it. It's not as bad as Civil War by any means, but I would not call it a successful venture. I look shiny. Thank you. I think. God, you're so accurate. That movie feels like it's fucking 15 minutes long. It feels like it's all prologue or all middle. There's no narrative arc at all. And that's a choice. You can tell it's a choice, but it's not a good choice. It's kind of gimmicky. Technically, the movie is great at inducing shinies and light. Oh, thank you. Technically, the movie is great at inducing PTSD, but believing symbolically it's never just more propaganda slop. Well, it's just that, like, my issue with I suppose it's propaganda. It's I think that Alex Garland fails to realize that because he's a very pompous guy, I don't think he understands that the reason we still have war is not because people don't know what happens in war. You know, people know what happens in war. They know that people get mangled, and they know that people get fucked up, both physically and psychologically. We know that that's what happens in the North. We just don't care. We do not give a shit. And like when I say we, I mean like, you know, we as in the audience, you know, the sort of typical civilian that makes up an audience of war movies. We know this happens. Like, we get it. It's just that, and I wrote this in the review I'm working on, that like, it's not that we don't care and that like we don't like we don't care that it happened or that we don't care if people are in pain. We do care. It's just that the way that the United States treats war and people who fight it doesn't ask us to care about it. That's why we call it a sacrifice. A sacrifice is not something you're supposed to be upset about. A sacrifice is something you're supposed to be grateful for, you know? It's like guys go to war and they get mangled and we're supposed to thank them, you know? It's like Alex Garland is not understanding that if you want people to change their minds about war or think differently about it or be more agitated about it, then you need to make them angry. You need to make them like horrified and disgusted, and that's not what's going to happen if you are simultaneously asking people to thank these guys for their service. What service have they provided me? What service is provided to me by, you know, some guy from my country trying to murder some other guy because some other guy told him to, and like losing his limbs because of that. I didn't ask him to do that. I didn't want him to do that. I don't want anybody to you know, to mangle themselves for me. But there's no like language in our culture that to express that. You know. Thank you for your service. We can sit on benches
after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench.
See it every day with every video of the Ukraine-Russia combat line. Yeah. It's like, if you're interested enough in war to go watch movies about it, you know what fucking happens. And no amount of making it more realistic is, like, you know, gonna change your opinion about it. The problem with war movies is not that they're not realistic. It's a problem, I suppose, but it's not the operative problem by any means at all. Talk to some people, pass the time.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Oh, what a cutie. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders. The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
What are you laughing about?
The boy stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling around like he's afraid of something.
Sinners change me. I'm inspired to write novels now. That's good. Inspiration is always good. Yeah. I'm gonna see that next. People keep texting me about it. So that's gotta be a good sign. People appear to think that I'll be into it.
You will never get an answer. That's how it is with these little idiots.
Kids, have you seen any bad people around?
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
They're like the Bluey voice actors. They're children are stupid. No, I'm not going to say that to them. I'm not that mean. I'm watching a lot of Coen Brothers films. Those are always great insight on human condition. I took a Coen Brothers class once.
Is that the phasmid?
Who-
It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall.
My professor's sort of thesis about the whole class is that the Coen Brothers make movies about people who think they're in movies but aren't, which is awesome. You're looking hella Tia-coded right now.
Wait, what if this is the fishing rod situation all over again?
You're not going to be fooled again. You're going to stand here calmly and observe this non-phasmid until you see what it really is.
Fine. It's not a phasmid. It's not even organic. Just a fire iron resting by the fireplace. But where's your sense of wonder, man?
Forget about the phasmid fire iron.
Hello, mister.
You know anybody named Ruby?
Luby. Ruby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then Uller.
Outlining an essay on Fargo. I'd love to hear more about your class if you've ever written about it. I've never written about it. This had to have been 10 years ago. This was in college. So I couldn't even tell you any of the papers I read about it. What's your yeah, they're amazing. Hey, I write about the things that I care deeply about, okay? What's your paper about?
Kids.
Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
Yes, we met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
Aw. Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
But Key, tell me what your paper is about. I would like to know. Perhaps then I can offer an opinion. They look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
I want to talk about the lamb again.
It's Lambie. He's my friend. Sort of. Like,
Actively propagandizing Civil War is a bad movie? Oh, no. Civil War propagandizes itself as a bad movie. It does it all by studying my help at all. But I'm happy to give it.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Hampton, I never think of taking you seriously. Lambie looks soft.
yes. Very soft.
Aw, press your cheek against Lambie.
Isn't he soft?
Yes. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Horrible essayist, because I start with analyzing everything in the movie and then I choose a topic. Writing 2 essays right now and the Fargo one doesn't have a topic. I don't think that makes you a horrible essayist. I think that is the process of organizing your own thoughts. It's probably better to do that than to just stun lock yourself like I do. And write nothing.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
I'm interested in the juxtaposition and irony between certain scenes. For example, the statue of Paul Bunyan with the axe versus, I forget how you say the fucking Dutch-ass name with his axe. Or Jerry responding to pursuing an unfair deal with car buyers rather than Carl responding to Jerry. Yeah. Seems like it's very much, yeah, I mean, I think that it fits very neatly into my professor's thesis about everybody, sort of participating in narratives that they imagine themselves being a part of, but failing to do so, failing to adequately embody whatever it is about that, whatever like metaphysical aspect it is about that myth that makes it so appealing to them. That like anytime anybody tries to do something or be something in a Coen Brothers movie, it just goes completely sideways, because we never live up to our own expectations.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Hello. But do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Wormy man.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
A Serious Man is a perfect movie. Barton Fink also, I think, is a perfect movie. You know something. We're here to help.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Help the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
Watched Conclave 2 earlier today. God, the girlies were fighting. Conclave's good. I like it quite a bit. Good, good Mexico representation there. Rip Pope Francis. That sucks. He just couldn't stand being in the presence of Vance's fucking blaspheming ass face. Holy shit. Vance, you killed the fucking Pope. He hated you that much. God is not on your side. I wonder if he feels any kind of way about that. Probably not. I don't think Vance has real feelings. I see, you know something, but you decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
I already did look around my shack. I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you.
Thank you.
But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Oh yes, I also love True Grit. It's so much better than the original True Grit.
Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Oh, sweet. Do I just get to axe out 30 minutes? Let's go. Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I
Perfect.
can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
That didn't take 30 minutes, but okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, it's really quite important that we get another progressive pope, I think. I was really hoping Francis would make it through the next 4 years at least. He wasn't that old, you know? I mean, he was old. He was pretty fucking old, but like, he wasn't... God damn it, Holy Father. He wasn't that old. He wasn't old enough to die.
Tequila
In my opinion.
sunset.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
Greener Grass, not a Coen Brothers movie, but it's weird and you should watch it? Okay. Noted.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
I got you some booze. Can you tell me the next story now?
Of course. Drink first, story later.
Sure. Waste some time, please. I've got some sweet Commodore Red.
Classy.
Words of gratitude and love to the Pope flooded in social media Argentina. The hatred level discourses enter in some kind of recession, at least for one day, yeah. I saw some pretty intense Nazi apologia today concerning the Pope. It's pretty fucked up, but that's the world we live in now, I guess. Nazis are just unironically back.
The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez. That said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Coran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Brianna, explain. You can't just say that and move on. Okay. One of my good friends. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's see. How do I add another source? Is that how this goes? Display capture, maybe? Okay. Select a display to capture. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, get rid of that. Maybe window capture. Okay. Select a window. Yes, there we go. Okay, so my good friend sends me like cursed tweets that she comes across every few days. And these are the ones that she sent me today. Let's see what we got. When I was a kid and believed the World War II official narrative, I always wondered why the bad guys looked so cool, but now it makes sense. Such aesthetics could never come from something so evil. The Allied uniforms were an eyesore since they were actually born from it. Happy 420! So. The most woke Pope ever has just passed away. The last truly decent one was Pope Pius XII, who served during the World Wars before Vatican II. Bet the next one will be a Zionist. This one's really incredible. Words just don't mean anything at all, ever, anymore, you know. So the next pope is going to be a Zionist, and that's a bad thing because of the Jews, you understand. It has nothing to do with anything Israel is actually actively doing right now. Although I will say the crossover between like free Palestine people and Nazis is pretty interesting. It's like MAGA communism. Yeah, so that's what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that window capture. Okay.
Are you telling the story of the headless?
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary.
Yeah, Zionist Catholic.
Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
Oh, I just got a Patreon notification from Key, I think. Thank you so much. I assume that's you. It's a different second name, but it's a pretty distinctive first name. I'll send you a message here in the next few hours, probably when I get off stream here.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance.
Need the new Pope to assassinate J.D. Vance back.
In the harbor's dark,
Dark
her
road.
cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same streets yourself 1,000 times.
I miss Dark Brandon. That was the only good, like, PR stunt the Biden administration ever pulled.
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see?
Biden is a self-proclaimed Zionist Catholic. I guess that's true, isn't it? I don't know. What?
A headless man, wearing a fawn tracksuit, riding a horse.
It's like my action figure.
That's right. It's the headless fawn rider. Rumored to be searching for his legendary fawn cap that went missing when he lost his head.
I thought the headless fawn rider rode a bull.
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the headless found rider riding on the back of another headless man.
That sounds pretty implausible to me.
If I hadn't lost my keys that one time, I'd agree with you. But life is a cruel mistress. Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless found rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the Deponte-Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it?
I've read the case file. But please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula Deponte and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
Write a poem in the style of Shivers for my partner. That's sick. What a good gift.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box.
Going to watch a movie? Pleasure talking? Yes. Pleasure having you here. Thanks for turning up.
Don't turn around.
I'll send you the
Don't
link
turn
later.
around.
Or you can just follow it in the streaming channel description box. There is a free Discord link there.
When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck.
It's weird how Mariana doesn't use glasses while on the PC, given her age. You know, it's funny. I have glasses, and my eyes have been like getting better. It seems since I got here. I think it's because it's just more humid here. The air is less dry, so my eyes are less dry. So there's just But today I've been like reading a bunch lately, and my eyes are a little strained. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I need to go get my glasses. Now I'm so glad I didn't, because Hampton's gonna fucking bully me.
But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless fawn rider. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound. Her body is never recovered.
What happened to Ula Deponte?
Word on the street is that she, gave herself facial deconstruction surgery. Real grisly stuff.
Texans don't wear glasses? Maybe. Maybe Texans don't wear glasses.
That part, at least more or less, corresponds to the case file.
See? Told you.
Presbyopia? Just learned a new word. I need to look that up. Presbyopia is the gradual loss of your eye's ability to focus on nearby objects, a natural part of aging. I focus on nearby objects just fine. It's the faraway objects that get me.
Anyway, that's the story of the headless fawn rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
That's enough. Oh, who was the headless rider before he died? I do want to know.
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost-found cap, plotting revenge.
O headless brother, where art thou?
It's happening to me, and my astigmatism decreases some days, yeah.
Others claim he was a
explain it.
professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
It's very important, everybody, that you all know that Hampton has very good eyes. There's nothing wrong with Hampton's eyes. Please don't say in the paper that there's something wrong with Hampton's
Even
eyes.
decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport. Are you that committed?
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
Let's see. I've got to agree. Your theory sounds the most plausible. Yeah.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly. That's how I know it's right. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
Yes, please. I've already seen some weird shit on this case. A headless jockey in a tracksuit fits right in. I still got a lot of time to waste.
Hard to argue with that, I suppose.
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. That's why it's critical to stay well hydrated.
That's nothing. I've got an even crazier story.
Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that.
The gnome of Jeroma dissolves its victims with acid.
Acid gnomes? Sounds like a stupid, low-concept band name.
Okay, whatever became of the headless fawn rider. God, why can't I speak today?
No one knows.
Must be the age,
Some
am I
say
right,
he
Hampton?
stalks Martinez to this day,
No more Adam
and
would
can
make a
be
great
seen
dungeon
near the
master.
canal when the clock strikes midnight.
I tried D&D. I tried D&D exactly once, and it's just not for me. I get it. I get why people like it, but I'm a really impatient person. I don't like waiting an hour for my turn. I'm good.
He won't, though. Because it's just a stupid legend.
I think I'd probably enjoy being dungeon master, though.
Aye. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
Have you got any more urban myths?
I actually
I have 20
do
minutes to
have
waste.
one. The strangest of them all. But I'll need to fortify myself before I can tell that one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice.
No, I don't have any on me right now.
If you find any, I'd be extremely grateful.
I have a present for you. Here's your jacket.
My jacket?
The one you had me clean the seagull shit off.
A look of consternation
It's
crosses
been a great
the
come
man's
down.
face.
Thanks.
He looks at you.
Hey, you're very
then
welcome.
At his bottle, then back at you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Rosemary, what the fuck is Tequila talking about?
Aye, that's the jacket you stole 2 weeks ago. From the kid who was making it with his gal on the beach.
That's disgusting. I've never done anything like that in my life. You're both delusional. Found. That's medium concept stuff.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend. I'm calling it. It's neurological.
I went through some dark shit to get this for you. Take the fucking jacket. No, I do want to say that, but I want the jacket more.
That shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch it with a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks great on you.
1 second, I'm getting a phone call. Hi. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm streaming. That's okay. You're on stream right now.
It's an okay jacket, if you're into that look.
I'd love some food. I don't know. You know what I like. I mean, if you're gonna go get food for yourself, just you know, get me something to. So maybe something like a little carb light. I've been eating a lot of bread. A lot of pasta. Okay, thanks. Bye. Love you. Okay.
Okay, let's step aside for a second. I have
Say hi
something I
from
want to
chat.
talk
Too
about.
late. Ooh. Kim wants to tell me a secret. He's gonna make fun of her silly hi. Hey, he loves it. Grab me a shake.
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you.
You ever say
about your
please and
sense of
thank you?
style.
I'm gonna do that. My style, what about it? Got something to say about my style, Kim?
I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer of the RCM. Keep it up.
Your half-brother is proud to stand beside you.
Why aren't you wearing a pig suit?
Officers above the rank of sergeant are granted wide discretion when it comes to their uniforms. The idea is that civilians are more likely to open up to someone who's not dressed like a typical cop. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world.
Shady Vance breaking the trophies. Oh my god. What a treat. Why so much bread? Are you okay? Because bread is delicious, and so is pasta. And it's easy to make, and it's easy to eat. And you can put all sorts of shit on top of it, and pretend like you're having a real meal. That's why so much bread. And I've got quite a ways to go before my corn and my beans and my squash and my salad greens are ready to harvest. And the closest grocery store is half an hour away. You're a sharp-dressed man. We could be style buddies. I'm still trying to gain Kim's affection. I think he likes me. But
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, detective.
one can never be too sure.
A warm smile.
Why do you think converts to Catholicism are so terrible? I think it's because Catholics aren't typically very, like, interested in conversion. That's a very, very evangelical kind of thing. That's what evangelizing is, you know? And there just aren't that many evangelical Catholics. It's not really in the, you know, I don't know, it's not really in the theological standard for like, proper behavior as a good Catholic. In fact, it's, like, sort of, it sort of works against the whole Catholic guilt thing that we have going on. You know, you want to be humble in all you do, and you can't be very humble if you're, like, trying to convince other people to convert. So I think that people who convert to Catholicism are generally convinced to do so by people who already have a sort of like ultra-conservative evangelical outlook. I don't know. That's complete conjecture, but that's what I think.
Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go.
I want to grow microgreens for my windowsill so bad. Oh, do it. It's super, super easy. Super easy. And you can do it over and over and over again. They all sprout in like 5 days. Then you can put them on your sandwich. They're so yummy, and they make you feel like you are fat and sassy. And healthy.
Waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
It's interesting how in this game some outfit combinations lead to different dialogue. Like you can dress like an old-fashioned detective if you get the right fit. Adds to skill checks. Interesting. Beer comes from bread, sort of. True. I don't like beer. It's true.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
I'd be a lot fatter if I were into beer instead of wine. What is it with you and the waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
Terrible Mexican representation. I know, I don't like tequila either. That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way. Did you know that?
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
An official investigation has been launched by me to determine just that, ma'am.
That's great. Until then, you should maybe start thinking about the funeral.
Unbelievably boring fuck achievement. Yes!
Sire, she doth not believe it wasn't you.
You are suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all.
An odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history.
True, I like her.
We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
I agree. A little animism never hurt anybody. This is what I like about Shinto. You know, everything has its own little kami attached.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gottwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Perfect achievement to get while killing time, I agree. Alright, I'm in, but organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake?
I had tequila for the first time a few weeks ago, specifically because of this game. For the first time. Did you, like, mix it with anything, or just drink straight tequila? I mean, if you did it because of this game, I'm gonna guess you just drink straight tequila. But for your health, I hope not.
Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
Oof. Tequila's a fun one. A lot of people like it, but you mentioned it to some people and they throw up in their mouths. Yep, that's me. I really don't like tequila. It makes me super sick. Most alcohol, all alcohol really makes me super sick. I cannot get drunk. I mean, I can, but I should not, because I'm not going to make it to the next morning without throwing up. I don't get hangovers. I just throw up as soon as it gets to my gut. Something in there is allergic to alcohol. And
That's all we have time for
all
right
gotta go.
now anyway.
It's really bad.
Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities. I would have really liked that.
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
Unless it's a mouse that sucks, would beat the crap out of you. Yes, exactly. You got it.
You like the Capri funeral idea?
I once drank an entire bottle of tequila on my own, didn't even get drunk. You're a true Mexican hero. Well done, mi chavo. I'm not going to ask her out on a date. It feels weird. Did I get to keep that jacket? There it is. Pain threshold, half light, -1 drama. I could get behind that. Esprit de corps and visual calculus. Oh. That's tough. I don't know. It really is going to be a fit check kind of decision, and I don't know about this. Element proof, always hot. Sweat like a pig. This windbreaker is like a protective cocoon, placing the wearer's torso in a pocket universe where wind, water, dirt, and fire cannot harm them. Huge writing, 100% synthetic, is proudly displayed on the chest. It lets absolutely no air through. Warning, item is not actually fireproof. I don't think I want to wear this. I think I will keep the... I had the RCM jacket, yes. +1 shivers. I think I'd rather wear the patrol cloak. It also gives me +1 shivers. Oh, I see. Never mind. Whatever. I prefer this. I like this bolo tie for me. Don't we agree? Washerwoman is hiding something. Look around, maybe get into her shack. Okay. We can do that, I guess. Saves go on the date. I don't want to go on a date with her. It feels weird. I had a tequila sunrise. Well done. Pretty yummy. I can like tolerate a single margarita. While drinking right now, literally sipping wine. I can have no more than a single glass of a healthy pour of wine, you know. Certainly no more than 2 glasses. 2 glasses of wine and it's over for me. How common is it for people to wait to 21 to start drinking? Not very, I would say.
Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flecks some more wet snow from above.
Ooh, look around
The
you.
snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff.
Doctor, can you tell me about the Texas Rangers? No, I cannot. I know next to nothing about the Texas Rangers.
And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring.
How does it feel?
You're warm in your coat, though your cold, damp hair sticks to your head unpleasantly. You should have a hat.
Also an
You
elf
survey the
accent.
landscape around you.
It's in the west.
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings, crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles, grey and red forgotten city blocks, what remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
Beyond that.
The waters turn black, coal city in the shadow of San Martin, a boom town, back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol. No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
What is there?
Below the old mines, l'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume. Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums, and for fabled relics. Their parents let them. They go deeper.
Deeper.
After rubies, Melchiorite, lapis lazuli,
Child labor.
plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain, in the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty. How can it be pure if it's magenta?
How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know.
Okay.
Few Petit Rat return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets.
How's your thesis going? It's going okay. I talked to Mexi the other day. That was fun. I talked to Tom Nicholas last week. That was fun too. So the interviews are almost done. I've got a last maybe dozen or so to get done.
All around her, white snow on the
Sometimes I like to play
extinguished coke
Hampton with
furnaces
a cat with a talent for
and
typing.
on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
I guess we should do all of these. It is still passing the time, so what's
The
next?
canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism.
Do you think Trump is more of a facta figure, the bad thing that prepares Mussolini, or is he the final boss? I don't know. My impulse is to say he's the final boss and he's just like a a really stupid, shitty final boss, you know, and this is going to be just a really like unsatisfying poop of a conclusion. Like I could see a situation where like Trump's going to die soon, and you have until 2 a.m. until the pigs leaves. Okay, good. Trump's going to die soon, and when he does, there's basically no successor. You know, like that's the nature of the kind of like autocrat he is. Like they've built so much into, like they've invested so much of MAGA as a movement into Trump's cult of personality that he's effectively a monarch now, and there is no system of continuation that exists within MAGA, you know. So Trump dies, and then it's just some mad grab for power among all these motherfuckers, these dumb motherfuckers who think that they're going to be the next Trump, but they're not, because none of them have the same kind of like charisma that Trump has, you know. Like Trump is, if he's anything, he is a very distinctive person, you know. I mean, like, can you imagine like the entirety of MAGA galvanizing behind President Vance? Go fuck yourself. So I have a hard time believing that. I mean, I think they'll try, and I think a lot of those people, you know, oh my God, like Stephen Miller, you know, like if Stephen Miller took control of the MAGA movement and became the new MAGA figurehead, then we really most certainly would be in a new Hitler type of situation, and there would be genocides, and there would be like, he's a legit fascist Nazi, you know. But he's not going to, because nobody fucking likes Stephen Miller, because he's a like slimy little snake who thinks he's the smartest person in every room, but is, you know, too psychotic and psychopathic to understand that everybody can see right through him. You know, that's just like, that's the case for most of Trump's fucking, you know, Renfields. That's what I think. Anticlimactic empire fall. Yes. It's gonna be super cringe. I don't think that there's a... I mean, maybe. I was gonna say I don't think that there's a smarter version of this movement. You know? I just don't. I don't think that there's a... it's like, it kind of feels like we're getting to the time where it's either going to be like a legit hostile takeover of everything that the government is and tries to do, and it'll be a World War III situation, and you know, we'll enter into the sort of global authoritarianism that Russia is after, and clearly wants to enact. Or this will, you know, it's my hope, is maybe just like wishful thinking, but I just don't think that that kind of thing is possible with the kind of media environment that we have now, especially since they've put so much stock into the idea that social media is actual free speech. Like, you can't do that and then turn around and, you know, censor absolutely everybody at every turn. I mean, you can, but at that point you're not. Like, you've turned into something different. I mean, and that's possible. I mean, like, you know, I can't remember if I said, but like on stream, but I've been like remarking to people how interesting it is that, like, it used to be this like super cringe conservative thing to say, I may not like what you have to say, but I'll fight to the death for your right to say it. And conservatives don't say that anymore, ever, you know? So standards change, morals change, but I don't think that, like, things have been happening so fast, and like, contrary to what MAGA believes, people actually do have a memory, you know, and can see the inconsistencies and will get tired of it. And I think the world is too connected to splinter people in the way that you have to control things to the degree that you need to enact true lasting authoritarianism. I mean, like, they've tried it before and it still didn't work. Like, it lasted for longer than I think this will last, but it still didn't last, you know? What'd the Nazis get? 13 years. Blink of an eye, you know. Allegedly Putin is in the same boat. Yeah, exactly. And so then what I mean, I would trust Russia to, because that kind of that dictatorship is in on a lot better footing than ours, you know. And I would expect a bunch of people in Putin's inner circle to be like, you know, watching him really closely and planning for what they're going to do when he dies. I don't think that anybody in the Trump social circle has that kind of foresight, frankly. It's really incredible how stupid they all are. Kind of like when Stalin died. Yes, exactly. Oh, The Death of Stalin is such a good movie. Baron! Lisan al-Gaib! Please let the new Byzantine Empire be Mexico, please. For real, the U.S. is going to need to do heavy demagnification after he dies. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how, you know, how the attitude toward, like, if being MAGA is going to be seen as being as embarrassing and humiliating and, like, you know, worthy of exile as being a Nazi was. Oh, it's Earth Day. Oh, how about that? Real Talk, a podcaster will end up being the Trump heir. Maybe. That's more plausible. I'm also afraid as the writing on the wall becomes more apparent for those in power, the MAGA movement start acting like rabid dogs, and the harm that will get caused in the thrashing. Well, I hope they do it now, so that because, like, it seems like what's happening now is that the Supreme Court has just kind of had enough of his shit, you know? And it's like, again, I've said it before, and I will continue to say that the only thing that's going to save us, if anything does, is the relative decentralization of the American government. And since that's the case, we should decentralize the government more in the future. No? You know, that seems like the reasonable response. But, like, you know, if there are still institutions, even if they are, like, compromised, as the Supreme Court is, if there are still institutions, then there is still an institutional framework for people to fight back. But there will be harm, for sure. Happy Lesbian Visibility Week to you, too. I mean, it's just like, there is, this can only go on for so long. You can only have, like, this is all this is all well and good. It's all well and good to have stupid leadership, like legitimately brain dead, brain rotted leadership. If you're in a dictator that is like a client state of one of the Western nations, because then you always have that power structure to rely upon, but we don't have that. We're not anybody's client nation, you know. It may be that Putin is sort of long-term trying to angle for that, but it's just not the case right now. And so it's like, we control so much of the global economy, so much of global culture, that the effect of having a leadership as incompetent as the one we have now is going to be a lot more apparent, a lot faster, with a lot bigger and more visible global consequences that will be hard to deny, in the same way that we can just, like, write off a country like, I don't know, Gabon, you know. Oh shit, gay camera? Fuck! Hello, I decided to come back after being insulted last time. I don't know if this will insult you further, but I don't remember you. Come on, camera. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
Oh, someone called you a Jan 6 truther? Well, sorry you got your feelings hurt.
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
Yeah, what is a truther? What exactly does that mean? I mean, you'll have to I don't know. What was your position? I'm curious now because I am myself not sure what it means to be a Gen 6 truther. Like, does that mean that I can only imagine that means like you think that it was Antifa or the FBI or whatever that actually started Gen 6, you know? But I assume that's not what you were saying. And further?
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood.
I acted like I was defending that mess. I never was defending Gen 6 ever. Okay. Alright, dude. You don't gotta explain yourself to me.
Clean white light coming from the windows of a clean cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. A secret.
That's in the north.
An abandoned church that's being turned into a dance club. 4 youths are hard at work there, making it ever harder core.
Hardcore! And further
A
north?
serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves. Sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
And on the islets?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock. A tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell.
I never thought Gen 6 was any operation. It was a right of extremists who tried to overthrow America. Yeah, that sounds accurate. Well, I can't imagine why you were so attacked then. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez. A popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
Can't believe MAGA will be a chapter in world history. I know. I like every now and then I think of I imagine myself in high school, but you know, a version of me 30 years in the future, with like MAGA in the high school textbooks under a heading like fucking McCarthyism, you know, on the other side of the inlet.
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before the curtains are drawn.
The Bay of Revachol. Vastness, great depth. Over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air-brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines. Zam. Morian.
The Red Scare had aura. MAGA lacks everything. Perhaps. I don't know. I think there's aura in this too. We just can't see it because it's really unpleasant to live through, which I think is kind of the case for every bad event in world history. You know, it only gets its aura in retrospect. There will be very much an aesthetic attached to this era. And it's going to be super trashy.
And at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the Coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
Rome had aura from the get-go, though. How do you know? Were you there? I feel like MAGA started as something that had universal meaning for everyone, but then it warped into something very, very bad. In earlier years, it could have just been something good and not racist, bigoted, hurtful, or harmful. Just Trump. God, honestly, I feel myself regretful that I thought he was that good years ago. Well, don't beat yourself up too much. I knew a lot of people who just thought he was like, you know, a funny disruptor back then. I don't think any of those people, including myself, thought that things would legitimately escalate this far. Like, I will flatter myself that I thought this was a possibility, but I kind of think like he's behaving the way everybody sort of expected him to in the first term, and like that's part of the whole pathology that I think will be studied about him in the future, right? That like he's like, people are legitimately, you know, like talking about whether he might be actually crazy, you know? Like, I think I we talked about this in the last stream, that like I wouldn't be terribly surprised if he died and the autopsy showed that he had like a tumor pressing against his spinal cord, you know? He's not all there, you know? Like he and everybody in his entire administration, like these are people who are like kind of fucked in the head, you can tell. Like none of them would be able to hold down a normal job. You know? So yeah, it's okay. Fuck the alt-right, yes. What do you think about Republican makeup? Super interesting. It strikes me very much as it's very much like a Western European sort of 16th century monarchy makeup and fashion, you know what I mean? Where it's like they look bad, you know, like Trump looks like shit. He looks really bad. And you know, it seems like the men are, but I mean, even them, like Matt Gaetz looks awful. Like, oh my God, the filler, the tan, it's bad. And you know, everybody's hair plugs and everybody's eyelashes and everybody's Botox and everybody's filler. Laura Loomer looks like her skin is like, you know, stretched over a balloon. It's awful. And it's like, it strikes me that looking awful is half the point of MAGA fashion, you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's like they've turned new money, like new trash money, into a fashion statement itself. And the fashion statement is, what's the point of spending all this money on all these procedures if people don't know I did it, you know? So we have to have this like stark difference between your foundation and your natural skin tone. And we have to have this like ultra orange, you know, really like harsh warm tones and super light highlights and like so many extensions and the like eyelashes way too thick, way too dark for your face. It's because the point is to show how much money you can spend. And like the fact that it just makes you look worse and just looks like, you know, a pointless exercise in opulence is the point, you know? It's super interesting. Any silver lining is that no one should ever have imposter syndrome again. Someone who's trying to become more left-leaning despite coming from a more conservative family, who I fear for now. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a rough position to be in, you know? I think there's like, I mean, listen, it's like my sympathy for people who are just dumb, who are MAGA because they're literally unintelligent, don't know facts, is lessening by the day. It's like we're swiftly approaching the point where if you're still proudly MAGA, then you can go fuck yourself. You're a traitor to this country. You've committed treason and you don't deserve to live here anymore, you know? But like, I have a lot of sympathy for people who realized it, and because they were lied to, you know? They were lied to, manipulated, and part of a decades-long project to take over the federal government. So, you know, why am I going to waste my time being mad at those people? Be mad at the people who enacted that, you know? You said that last stream, did I? Oh, yeah. There's only so many new things I can say, okay? Oh, about the tumor? Yeah, I did. Many people are saying, it's not me. Many people, a lot of people are saying that Trump might have a brain tumor. Well, what can I do? What do I have to do with it? Hi, Real New Deal. Waking up to the real world hurts. Yeah. I wish, honestly, I wasn't born now. Don't be dramatic. It'll be okay. You know? Be brave. Just be brave. When Trump dies, if he's still in office, there will definitely be a period where they try to convince us that he's not. It's so true. And there's no cause of death for Trump, even though he's like ultra unhealthy and not doing well, obviously. there will be no cause of death that MAGA will just take at its face. It will be a conspiracy no matter what. Yeah, exactly. Like he dies from coronary artery disease and MAGA goes, it was Antifa. Yes. Yeah. The lack of blending is so funny. Yeah. It's crazy. They look like shit. Oh my god. Like comparing Kristi Noem from like 5 years ago to Kristi Noem now. In fact, let's just take a peek, shall we? Oh no, that's not what I want. Sorry guys, I don't know how to stream. Window capture, let's do, can I not? No. Cancel. Give me browser. Just added a browser source. Browser source. No, that's not what I want. I just want you to. Man. How dumb. You can't just do window capture and put your browser in there? That's stupid. Oopsie. Oh, fuck. Okay, there we go. Yep, there's our first bot of the evening. Wasn't there that New Right article with some fancy-ass party where people spend money on $500 dresses? They look like shit and garbage, yes. Yeah, it's just, it's like the worst outcome of conspicuous consumption. Yeah, fella, I don't know if there's gonna be any people from conservative families in this chat. To be dramatic, yeah, moment. She could have a more independent mindset. I don't even know where I would live now. Hey, you have a more independent mindset by pretending you do until you feel it. Fake it till you make it. I should go out and get some pizza or something. Be smart, stay home and save money. You should. Depends on how much money you need to save. I'm always a fan of going out and getting pizza. For saying something unlike Larissa and Alex Garland films. Man, I just want to show my browser. Is that so much to ask? Display capture? Maybe that. Select a display to capture. Oh my god. Maybe not. No. I don't understand. I don't understand why this is such a... No, that's not what I want either. Man, I really want to figure this out because it'd be nice to know what I'm doing, you know. I just want to share with my lovely chat how absurd Kristi Noem looks now compared to how she looked 3 years ago. Is that so much to ask? Open browser, go to OBS, add window capture, select the sources browser. I have opened, there's my browser, I have it open. Go to OBS, add window capture. Select the sources browser. Is it seriously only working because I had it? Oh my god, that's so stupid. Okay. Alright. We're here. Now take a look at this shit. Okay. oh, I don't know, 2018. Here's Kristi Noem in 2018. Spelled her name wrong. Here's Kristi Noem now. Fuck off, dude. What the fuck? It's like it's embarrassing, you know what I mean? It's like typically you get that kind of work done. I was watching some Fun Day Fridays, as one does. It's like that's crazy. Like, typically you get that kind of work done, and it's kind of embarrassing because you want to hide the fact that you got a bunch of plastic surgery, but not her. No, she wants Trump to know. She wants Trump to think she's hot. It's super weird. They're so... It's like, it's crazy how everybody's kinks are all on display, you know? Like, there's so much, like, psychosexual, like, nonsense happening. Just, it's so gross, dude. Read the links out by character. We'll type it out ourselves. Okay. Well, hey, I figured it out, so. She's one of the good examples, CBH. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't matter what she does to herself after she murdered her dog. Correct. She will always look like a bridge troll to me. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Let's get some more stuff done here. I wanna go find my gun. What's in the south?
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox. Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital.
We wouldn't know anything about that right now, would we? Oh, not the measles outbreak.
The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
But still.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
Further south.
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up wood holes inside.
Since kinks are brought up, it makes sense to bring that up.
These are the garages of Precinct 41.
You're not wrong.
Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
No, it was home. I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning.
Maybe they're right.
Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens, and the chop shops of the Zemliaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
For what?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
Can we have an anthropology teaching stream? Would people watch that? I mean, maybe. That'd be, I don't know, that'd be kind of fun, maybe. Fire off in chat if you want to watch me teach anthropology. I'm not a very good teacher, to be clear. And I am not, even though my methodology is in anthropology, I know a lot of anthropological theory, but I'm not like I've never taught anthropology before, so just a caveat. Where's Ruby?
Near, snow falls into dark water. She prays, though she doesn't believe.
You do either. Fuck you.
There is a hum in the air. That's all.
What's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Tell me a secret.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it. But who knows?
Okay, maybe. I'll think about it. I do like the idea of of doing a just talking stream at some point. When I get my shit together.
We should keep moving.
Got a
Who
lot of
knows
shit
when
to
the
get
snow will
together.
let up.
My shit's less together right now than Harry's is. How sad is that? Okay, let's go get my gun. Most focused I've been in a class. But that's the wrong place for sure. Ever give you details. I mean, the fishing village, yeah, but you can't expect me to keep track of where I've been, where I'm going, or what I'm doing, or what my goals are, is it here? No. If you reload the area, she should appear. Okay, so she should be there. Check the textbook. I mean... Ghosted again. Don't you hate to see it? I'll just reload. Straight up go back to the main menu. Okay. Fuck! She's at the boardwalk. Always something new. Oh. Okay.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand.
What is he carrying on his shoulder? A boombox. Obviously.
Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
No, the tear is mine. I collected it.
Failure to comply.
Uh-oh.
Suspect is displaying aggression. Officer, under duress! Officer, under duress!
Her eyes bulge with terror. Veins protrude on her forehead.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head.
Ma'am,
Suspect is armed and dangerous.
I need you to calm down. We just want to talk.
Lateral vascular neck restraint. Carotid sleeper. Carotid sleeper. Critically reducing blood from passing through the neck of the suspect.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
I think they're supposed to be standing so close. Yeah, probably not.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing. You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do.
We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon.
Officer in need of assistance! Suspect at large! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk.
Disturbance
Okay.
reported. Authorized deadly force.
Uh-oh.
Sector, take the shot!
Shit.
Big red key! Big red key!
Big red key. That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this.
Please identify yourself.
It's the goddamn police shitbag! Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
You're not the police. We're the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Lieutenant W. Frater Harrier Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57.
No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth.
Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now. It has nothing to do with what's happening here.
What's the situation, officer?
Good call, Kim.
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
We really are cops. Look, the white rectangles. Sorry, I'm reading the rest of the responses. Hey, we really are cops. Look, my badge.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in dispatch! Sector! Sector! As enough!
It's not a code, just disjointed words.
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband! Restricted access! 2 kilos missing! Eyewitness report compromised!
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Well, let's try it.
She's
No!
confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights.
We're gonna do this again. I don't want her to
Host
die.
almighty, don't count on that. You saw the Beano Cloud can't shoot for shit.
No, I know myself. I know I'm gonna fail. Gun, I'm coming. Let's go for it. See what happens.
Suicide back home!
Fuck.
Take a decision! Eat lead, scumbag!
Oh my god. In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police guns always have bullets.
Oh my god.
What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks devastated.
Oh, this is terrible.
Grab the gun right now. This might be your only chance.
Pick it up.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
So what happens if the check passes? Because it kind of seems like this was a roaring success in my book.
We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
Oh. What do you think's happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
EPA employees got the official word that there's going to be a reduction in force, rip clean air and water. Yeah, I mean, yes, yep. Who didn't expect that, you know? They'll sue, though. That order might get stayed. Or, you know, paused at least. Why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8. And loneliness.
You're probably right. Loneliness.
Yeah. Looks like a bad case. But the question is what to do with her right now.
I'm very sorry. This is how life turned out for you.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
You notice that there are no bullets in her gun. You can let her down more gently if you succeed. Okay. Oh, right before... Oh my god, they are that level of Captain Planet villain. Holy shit. Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, it's crazy how they really are just cartoon bad guys. It's so ridiculous. It's so cringe, you know? They really are just emulating everything a child's cartoon villain would do. This shit's so embarrassing. Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job, actually, maybe.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home.
Sell gun to Dementiac and then humiliate her.
But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Sure.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and fleshes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
God, look how much hair I have. God damn. I need a haircut. Real bad. Can I talk to her again?
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them?
Why the streaming room change? What do you mean? I mean, I think I may know what you mean. I had to swap my desk and the books to opposite walls because the floor under the books was starting to sag under its weight. Because there are books on the other side of the wall too, so we're trying to offset some of the weight a little bit. Shit. Shake her shoulder.
The old woman doesn't react to your touch.
Pick up the arsenal.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
So Windows stage left now. Yeah, unfortunately so. I really preferred the other framing, obviously, because you know, there's no door on that closet, so that kind of sucks. Kind of looks like trash. I don't care for my framing, but we're gonna put a door on that closet eventually, and then maybe it'll look a little nicer. Maybe I'll even get some gamer lights.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
I think so.
The lieutenant nods.
Confiscate her narcotics. Wink.
You take the vial of Pyrrolidon and the bottle of speed as evidence, obviously.
Nice humble brag on how many books you have. It's really nothing to brag about. I have a problem. I'm getting rid of some. But I mean, I already had a problem, but then you know, the gubby really started enabling me by letting me claim all my books as business expenses.
She didn't consume them. She didn't look high. She confiscated them. A little like you are doing now.
You finish a
taking
video
notes,
verse?
are you?
Oh no. Oh no.
Listen to him, for once.
Fine, you take them then.
Thank you. I'm doing this to help you. We need to focus on the case.
He's grateful you did this.
Okay, A for B. You could angle a mirror toward the window if you still want us to see the sunset. I could just also switch my camera because there's two windows. There's a window on both sides of the wall, so I just switch the camera. That'd kind of fix it. I'll think about it. I'll check it. Are you a bit too old for that? Am I? I don't know what does a woman of a certain age do for her streaming background? Somebody let me know. Certainly wouldn't want to get too big for my britches. This whips. Yeah, we're keeping that. Cap is sturdy and comfortable and seems to retain its form very well. It fits you perfectly. The inside of it smells like cheap tobacco and typewriter ink. Feels familiar somehow. Perhaps it too is yours, though how the pigs got it is a mystery. My gun! Great. We'll just let this sit for now. And next time we need to beef something up. We'll add a point to it. Green screen and put Michoacan in his background. Might be someone that would be so proud. Texans sure love their guns. The ageism in this chat and on the server is just, you know, I mean, it's like Hollywood, you know what I mean? It's like as soon as you hit 30, it's all over for you. You're now in a different class entirely. Go back to the whirling, talk to Titus. So what do you think I'm doing? Sorry, that was aggressive. That's what I'm doing. This is the wrong direction, isn't it? I'm gonna say this. You're over 30? Yeah, I'm 32. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. We got the map to fast travel. I suppose I do, don't I? I have not fast traveled a single time in this game. Maybe I can figure it out. Travel here, Martinez Waterfront. Perfect. Sweet. Thank you for reminding me of that. 32-year-old Fallout 4 apologist. No apology necessary. Actually, yeah. Fallout 4 probably is the... I don't know if it's the worst Fallout because I haven't played the first two. But out of the three, like, you know, first-person shooter type Fallouts, it's definitely the worst. But it looks so nice, even now.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady at the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
What are you, too good for
You're
it?
local
Fuck
law
yourself.
enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Thank you, Kim.
Yeah. We'll send someone out.
Wayne Shirley sets
Wait,
on the Smash Mouth. Good.
It's the pigs, isn't it?
RDR2 better. I would like to play RDR2, yes. Here. You're like, wow, I really missed all those choices and good writing playing 4 versus New Vegas. Yeah, entirely. It'll be interesting to see whether they do the, whether they get a voice actor to do all the line reads. For Fallout 5 or whatever Fallout they make next, because I don't think it worked. It's not the vibe at all. I understand why they did it, but it's just it's not good. Yep.
God, poor lady. Don't worry, We'll handle
Bye, Small.
this. I think she got some family in Courant or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Man, Fallout 5. No, fuck. Motherfucker, why does it keep doing this? I have to research this later. 4 was mid, 76 sucks ass, yes. Fallout 5 not coming until 2035 at this rate for real.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She had something of yours, Big.
Let's let the franchise die while it still can. Shit. Maybe.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
Nope. Nothing of mine.
No? Well, whatever then, copper.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
Hot take, we don't need Bethesda to make any more games. That is a hot take.
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk. Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
What's her name?
Auntie LaPlante. We always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Oh. Shit. That's almost my name. Oh.
Fuck you, pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Sorry. Yeah, that did sound kind of racist, huh? I'm sorry.
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometimes.
Yeah, it could always be the case that somebody else makes a Fallout game. It happened before. Oh my god. Oh, that's so gross. My leg is covered in wine. Oh my god. How embarrassing. Who was she?
Was. Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
Aww.
Us kids. That must have been ages ago. She was better then. The children kept her together.
How'd she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
All of these are shitty responses. I can't help but feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
Whatever, Carl. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
We'll
well.
take care of our own.
Thank you.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
About that complex operation out of Ruby's lorry, I think that's tied to another case I'm working.
Nope.
Okay.
Next question.
I want to go over a few things regarding Ruby's disappearance again.
Yeah? What?
Okay, damn. I guess I don't.
Anything else you want, Carl?
No. What else do we have to do? Find the Insulindian Phasmid. Oh, report to Lena in the Whirlwind. I can do that right now.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
Thinking about gaming capitalism makes me depressed, like what happened in this game studios and Obsidian not having Fallout. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything to add to that. You're completely right. We're at a point in history where capitalism really just does make everything like substantively, materially worse.
Thank you for doing that, dear.
Where's Morale?
Her smile is weary, Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
Only the hardcore players left, huh?
Yes. Field work is a young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
Who's gonna check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Once more on to the breach, then.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
What's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
I did not see that Wes Anderson has a new movie coming out. Let's see if we can find a quick synopsis there. After this question, good night. Thanks for answering my question. Hey, no problem. The Phoenician Scheme. I do love Benicio del Toro. Michael Cera, Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, Scarlett Johansson, Willem Dafoe. Don't threaten me with a good time. Sounds good. Phoenician Scheme tells a family story about a family business. The film centers around Benicio del Toro's character Jaja Cordo, one of the richest men in Europe, an influential politician who was put under house arrest when threats against his life arise. The film will follow his relationship with his daughter, a nun, Sister Liesel. Anderson described the film as an adventure about father-daughter relationship with espionage elements. Sounds fun. I've never really understood why Wes Anderson is as divisive as he is. I think he's fine. Like I'm not a Wes Anderson buff, but I don't ever really dislike the stuff he makes. Just catching up here. People are saying Wes Anderson casting Sarah is like fish finding water for the first time. Amazing. By the way, I can tell you exactly why layoffs make shareholders happy. It's typically because they've hired some kind of VC consultant who comes in and tells them how they're gonna streamline their business, right? And so the way that the signal they're trying to give to shareholders is that the consultant has come in and told them how they're gonna cut costs and cut waste. It's basically doging. Like that really is all VC consultants are just like, one person doge machines, and they arrive in businesses that are doing just fine and convince them to make shitty long-term decisions in favor of short-term market capitalization. Okay.
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style.
You're not telling me the whole story.
I'm not. It's not that.
What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
He's gonna tell me a secret.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story?
You don't think you
or
saw
a
the
dream?
Phasmid?
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Like Mackenzie Consulting, the one Pete Buttigieg worked for. That's almost their entire job.
Seeing the Insulindian Phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
Yes, good Creon, and with that MBA knowledge, they also go through cycles in booming markets, and when there's cheap capital, they go on hiring sprees, and actually overhire to show investors we're growing to the moon, and then when easy money stops flowing, they go into layoff mode to show investors they're trimming the fat. Yes, exactly, in both instances, designed to make the line go up, yep. Morel told me you'd seen it, you also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
I will watch, watch. I'll go listen to that Behind the Bastards episode. What a good show. What a good podcast.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
You seem to really believe it happened. Does that count for something?
No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the Phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen? An extraordinary witness to grace.
Relax.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
Have you read Robert Evans' book? I have not.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
Aw, tell her marriage hasn't been a lie.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
And I need something good here.
All qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
Nice. Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the Phasmid.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the Phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple.
No.
If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
You know, this reminds you of the Pericarnassian theory of love. In essence, love is a relay out of death. Generation by generation, our love remains in our progeny. Lay some of that on her.
You know, the Pericarnassians theorized that love was the key to immortality. She's gonna cut me off.
Oh, sweetie. I don't think the Pericarnassians were thinking of people in my situation.
Oh,
I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived. On our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
After the Revolution by Robert Evans. I gotta see if I recognize the cover of that book. I do not. Have I just never heard of this? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'll put it on the list.
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
They're looking for a stick insect. They're looking for a cryptozoological stick insect. Wow, love is hard. He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian Phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
No, I will help.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
You're not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
You do that, I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Yes, Kim, really.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Can I have your address, just in case there's news?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
It's been a pleasure, ma'am.
Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a
waste of time. A dream. A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence.
That was a nice little line up there.
Like that, she drives off. The gas engine runs quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, the cold coastal wind blows.
Bye, Lena. I was once collecting specimens for an entomology class and a stick insect just jumped into the net from above. Recommend pulling out your net and walking around. Man, entomology sounds... I never took an entomology class. I think I really would have enjoyed it. I didn't take it... I've never taken a single animal science course, which is pretty wild, I think, considering my interests. I found my first pest in the garden yesterday. I found a squash bug.
We should go too.
Eating my flowers.
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness, to ask the wind once more.
Do you have a how to blow up a pipeline opinion movie or book? I don't. I really don't. I haven't seen it and I haven't read it, and I feel like to offer my opinion about it would be irresponsible. I'll check it out eventually. Okay. Hey, we're knocking shit off the list. Could have checked the boardwalk for bullet traces while I was there. Ask about Ruby in the village. Oh yeah, let's go in search of Ruby again. We'll go check inside that little shack. I will also grab any insect off the ground now. Yeah, bugs kind of... it's weird, because I was like a huge bug kid, you know? And then I grew up, and for whatever reason, bugs kind of freak me out now, so I don't like touching them very much. I don't like picking them up. Caterpillars especially, like, really freak me out. But it's like mushrooms, you know?
It's
like
getting late and it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
I decided several months ago, because I've never liked mushrooms. I don't like their texture. I don't like how they taste very much. I don't like how, like, the way they look, like, freaks me out. It spurs a disgust response. So I always avoided mushrooms, but I decided several months ago that I was determined to appreciate mushrooms, gain an appreciation for mushrooms, and now I think they're really cool and delicious. So, you know, people can change. It really creeps the students I work with out. Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Okay. Let's go look in the mirror.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Opinion on magic mushrooms? Well, since I'm a very good law-abiding citizen, I wouldn't know how they would affect my personal psyche, but I have heard that they can have not much of an effect on certain people, and I hear that certain people don't really react to mushrooms very much for whatever reason, and it just makes them feel kind of okay, and they can be sitting in the living room and you know, after a big fat dose of mushrooms just to test it out and see how their tolerance is, and they can be sitting in the living room and their roommate can come in with their dad and they can just have a complete conversation without anybody knowing that they're on mushrooms. So I've heard that, and for that reason I feel no great need to test mushrooms out. For beefsteak mushroom is yummy. I am a big fan of lion's mane mushroom. Good for you, good for your brain. It's apparently pretty easy to grow, and it has the consistency of crab meat. It's very strange.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
How big is the list at this point? I'm expecting miles of text. It's quite large. I have a Goodreads account with all my, you know, all my new additions on the to-read list, so if you really want to know. Check the corner of the room again. Wow, incredible story you heard. Yeah, I know. It's just, I heard, you know. If you take microdoses, you reduce anxiety levels. That's also what I hear. But I also hear that people who are not very affected by mushrooms would have a difficult time telling, so. Share the Goodreads. Many are saying, yeah. Some have said, big if true.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Hang on, let me find my Goodreads is under my name. You can look me up there. Do your own work.
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Having a Goodreads and not Letterboxd is Gen Z phobic. I am Gen Z phobic. There's a reason for that. Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
Stop backseating Twitch chat. I really don't mind if people backseat this game since I have never played it before. I will mind very much if people backseat Fallout. That's my game. God forbid you have an audience. Hey, well, what can I say? I haven't gone and done that white check with Joyce. I'll go try it after this. Since Kim isn't here, it seems like it may be a good time. Search through the sand and sawdust. I don't want to stick my hand in there, but I will.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
Had a great mushroom experience with some friends in a hill at night in Chile a few years ago. That sounds great. That sounds awesome. I'm very happy for you. I would love to go to Chile. It sounds like an extremely interesting part of the world, just sort of like, you know, geologically and ecologically. Y'all got really weird fucking foxes out there with square ass heads. I mean, I know you're not from Chile. I know you're in Argentina, but, you know, Chile does border most of your country, does it not?
A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example.
Always wanted to seek peyote in Mexico. I was offered to do a peyote trip, and I just, when I lived in California, I just didn't take the offerer up on it. Apparently it's like not a very pleasant experience. It's like a whole day thing, and it can make you really sick, and like I didn't want to take the chance.
The floorboard doesn't care, but maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with.
Also, Pedro Pascal is from Chile, so it's probably heaven. Correct.
Hold in the bullet.
That's
You
my
get the
expectation.
feeling this isn't ammunition against you. It's for herself.
Chile is great. All countries in the South have very rich cultures. Yeah, it seems like Chileans kind of have their heads on straight. You never hear about like Chileans pulling weird Latin American shit. That's always my people. Did I take the bullet? I wasn't paying attention. I found a bullet in the washerwoman shack. Ask her about it. Okay. We'll go see if there's a something to save scum with Joyce, and then call it, I think. What is this? Money! Oh yeah, the Pinochet days were not pleasant, but other than that, tablet battery's about to die. Night all, night Creon.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
You're still up?
Yes. I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is, don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind?
What's the song you're humming?
A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song.
They have historical high school students mobilizations. Interesting. That sounds healthy. Sounds nice.
Yes, it does.
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
I'm guessing you didn't put it there. Ruby did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant. And not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her.
Yes. I let my room to that Ruby girl.
Ruby.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
It's an Indonesian lullaby she's singing. Is that true? Well, when was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl.
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant. She's seen her hiding out from trouble before. But this seems different.
You said she left on Monday?
Yes, early with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the Lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
It's the room exactly as she left it.
She's good company.
Oh, well.
Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much this time?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show. But I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines. But this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
What's the total population of this town, do you think? Well, as far as I can tell, it's about 7. Was there anything else there?
No.
The truth, sire.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
The world. This.
No, she's a fighter.
She really believes that.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Further up the coast we go then.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Any more questions about Ruby?
What more do you want to know about that poor girl?
Nothing.
Yes, let's hear those other questions.
I have none.
One
Goodbye.
thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
She's a good girl.
80,000 people,
goddamn.
goddamn.
Mixed up in.
Talk to Joyce. Yeah, that's where I'm going. Look at all these things I've accomplished. Gosh, I'm productive. Okay. voice is this direction, right? Ever try kratom? No. It's not really a drug, right? Hi, Ruru. You taking a nap? It's not too bad. What does it do? I've never been able to get a clear answer about that. Hey, while we're here, we may as well go ahead and take a look at this.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
You can't find the Goodreads. Ridiculous. You know, I think... Yep. Got two stories depending on how you ask. Low doses are a chill stimulant, but quadruple doses an opiate. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to grab my Goodreads real quick here. I'll just add it to the streaming channel later. To my links. It'll take too long.
A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed. Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
David Foster Wallace coded. A few years back I was thinking about making a David Foster Wallace video about how David Foster Wallace became like a sort of fuckboy icon, you know? Could she be in there?
You tried to peer in, but there are no windows on this side.
Moment passed.
Only the disinterested whistle of the wind. Lieutenant Kitsuragi stands in front of a mirror, fixing his orange bomber jacket. You should be asking him that question.
Fake deep goat. I mean, I don't know if he's fake deep, but his fanboys most certainly are. My goodness. Jack Kerouac would have loved femboys. Yeah, what a fucking chud. Jack Kerouac. He fucking sucks. He's at least a little fake deep with the radical authenticity stuff. I mean, I think David Foster Wallace was himself an extremely sincere person, who protested a little too much, you know what I mean? Like he was constantly advocating for the kind of person he would have liked to be, but didn't really think himself capable of being, which is why he's no longer with us. By his own doing. Shit. Am I insane? Isn't Joyce in this direction? She is in a sort of southeasterly type of direction. Right? Right? Is she this way? Can I even... Oh my god. Fuck's sake. Why are you always getting lost? I don't know. It's because this... it's just a weird map. It's a weird map. It's confusing.
The trap is full of locusts, but they seem weak and unhealthy. A few lie on their backs with their legs twitching. Still, no phasmid.
Docs, it's like the lady you didn't want to take out on a date.
Poor things.
ADHD hit, yep, that's how it works. Always distracted. Okay, here we go. Yay! Hi.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Nothing apparently. I have nothing new to say to you. I've got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic
here
reality.
We go. Yes.
My favorite part of the day.
Okay.
Go ahead. Ask me anything.
Okay.
Glad
Here's
to
our
have been
safe
of
scum.
assistance. You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Give me just phasmid. Questions about
More
reality.
lessons in basic reality?
Yes, please.
My favorite part of the day. Go ahead. Ask me anything.
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all.
Okay.
Glad to have been of assistance.
So, you know, I tried really hard to find you. I miss you.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality?
Yes, please.
A strange coldness comes.
Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I've never seen someone get that white check without derealization. Good luck. Thank you.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part.
A strange coldness.
We'll do it. We'll get it done.
You're back. Good. More lessons in basic reality.
A strange coldness.
Me and that strange coldness, huh? Do you have conceptualization clothes? Oh, you know what? I have actually several points that I could put to use here. Level up. Level up. Do I have conceptualization closed? Good question. There we go. White satin shirt. Don't mind if I do. Hey, didn't look too bad. Lounge jacket, also conceptualization. Nice. This is a look. This is a vibe. Okay. Any more? This should probably do it. This will put me in good shape, I think. Don't make it too easy. Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
If you ask her where are we and then where are we, you can unlock the thought cabinet derealization, which will give you plus 12 on this check. Holy shit. Why, but why would I do that?
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
A strange coldness comes.
I'll try the where
You're
are
back.
we?
Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality.
Where
We're
are we?
in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd.
Yeah.
It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
Disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
Don't be telling me gay camera if my camera ain't gay. My camera is fine, I can see it. What is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Tell me more.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
A brief spike of longing in her upright body. The dots under her eyelids shake.
Where's Rita? Rita's right behind me, actually. Let's see if I can... There she is! She looks so small.
As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the Reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
Here's a teenager?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. The boys certainly did not.
Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol? She's sleepy. She's always sleepy. She's an old lady.
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
The chickies. They're almost little chickens now. It's crazy how fast they grow. What kind of city is Revachol?
The great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond patriotism. A fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Still got that one in Chicky. I assume you mean Chicky jail? No, she's been. Her sentence has been commuted for some time. They're all free. They've all got all their feathers now. Nobody's bleeding, so there's nothing to peck. Paroled, exactly. Who built the city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
When was Revachol built?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
Why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible
She's now Christian.
questions
She's found religion,
of our
yeah.
time will be answered. The tensions are highest, The fault line's deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
At what age do they get chicken colored? They actually get, like, it depends on the breed, but I mean, like, they start growing their primary feathers within, like, the first week. There's still one that doesn't look very much like she's gonna look in a couple months. She's still got, like, down on her face and, like, little stripes that won't be there for very long, but a couple of them look almost entirely adult. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast they grow. Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island, able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're in an unimportant part of an important place.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
A sparkle of lights on the horizon, like evening stars above the curvature of the planet.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Have you had a flock before? No, I haven't. So yeah, a whole new pet, whole new domestic animal to try. It's been a lot of fun. They're very, very cute. Every time I go out to visit them, they're all like interested in what if I have any snacks or you know what I'm gonna do, and I'm always a point of interest. One of them likes to be petted and picked up. Most of them don't seem to mind being picked up once it's actually done, but they don't like being touched. Just one of them. She's my little buddy to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand.
What about sheep? Oh, sheep are gonna have to be like a couple years out sort of project. Maybe not even until we move out of this place and buy a spot. But eventually.
The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Still can't figure out how big Caillou is compared to islands on our planet. What island do we have that can house up to 200 million people? Well, Australia. Where are we?
We are where we are.
There
I
it
have no
is.
truer answer to give, unfortunately.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
It seems like a thought I should have completed long ago.
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something
Thank you,
about a
Mietz.
lowdown.
What is? It didn't help. Why not? Okay, well.
A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. It's on the tip of your tongue. A doubt of sorts already in your head. But it's not fully formed yet. You have to wait and return to this later. Once the jamais vu thought is complete.
Okay. I guess I'll do this after the thought is complete. How many? Oh, God. Oh, it's gonna take forever. It's okay. I'll put up with it. I'll internalize that thought next. For now, I
Glad
think I
to have
will.
been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
My fellow's home with my dinner, and it's almost 10 p.m., so I think I'm gonna take off. And, I got going these 17%. It's doable, but I already, like, I really should have exited that conversation and then quick saved, because I have to go through all of that again just to get the thought back. So I think I'm just gonna leave it where it is and do it the proper way. So I'll be back Thursday, and we'll internalize that thought then. Hi, kitty. Oh my goodness. Come on up. Come on. Come on. Hi. Look who it is. Come to see everybody off. Just chatting Thursday? I doubt it. I want to get this game done. I'm having a mukbang. Thank you. Have a good night. You too. Thanks for being here. Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody for being here. Makes me happy. Okay. I'll go ahead and save. Ooh. Oop. Quick save. Good streamer. She is a sweetheart. She's a kitty butt. She's a good kitty. She's kind of a shit, but she's a good kitty. Okay. I'll be back Thursday. Everybody have a good night. Thank you, Primo.